Anderson. There you are. Okay, so there were about 6 times this year where I felt like I was gaining some insight into the personality of Simon Anderson. And I was trying to figure out which one to showcase, to talk about, and I chose the 3rd time. This was the 3rd time that I felt like I gained some insight into Simon's true persona. And instead of trying to clumsily explain it, I drew a picture because I think the picture makes it really clear. So I'll show you that picture and you'll see what I mean. So this is what I'm talking about right here. You guys see that over here? So this was a situation that happened on the back soccer field. It was a home game. It was a Saturday, and I'll just explain a few things about this picture because it might not be obvious. So the first thing you need to understand is that Simon is the orange, right? And the other guy is the green, right there. As you can see, Simon probably had the better experience in this situation, right? And over here on the map, it says PS, and that's where Parry Sound is, right over there. And all of those green arrows are all of the forces of Parry Sound being exerted on the situation. And all of this sounds fun and funny, but there's something really serious behind all this. There's something called the white shadow. And this is the truth of the white shadow that some of you are being exposed to for the first time. Okay, the next part is written down. I'm just going to get through the next part, and then I'm taking over the thing, sorry. As Simon's friends will explain to you, Simon enters a mode during sports contests in which he becomes the white shadow. And when this occurs, you will see the Parry Sound boys chanting on the sidelines so as to awaken the white shadow to be unleashed upon Southern Ontario varsity sports. This is where you will catch a glimpse of the real Simon. The more Simon is egged on to stand in the spotlight of his impressive skill mastery, the more he pushes back with humility, however, and with nothing more than a content smile. We also saw this humility after Simon took home the gold medal at a recent ski meet, seen downplaying the huge accomplishment outside the dining hall after returning to campus. The thing is about Simon that I have realized over time is that he really does actually speak through his actions. It's his actions that he speaks through, and we all know that he's mastery driven in many respects in sports, and it's just a huge privilege to introduce Simon.
Alright, I've never really spoken into a microphone before, so we'll see how this goes. I also don't really like doing presentations, so we'll see how this goes as well. Yeah. Just give me a minute, my bad. Alright, so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Simon Anderson. This is my fourth year coming to RLC. Up until grade 9, I was actually homeschooled, so this is actually my 4th year coming to school ever. On my first air trip to, my bad, I'm just really bad and nervous.
You're doing great.
Oh, you two got it, Alright, we'll see how this goes now. On my first air trip to RLC, I was really nervous. However, it did not take long on air trip for me to meet some amazing friends. My relationships grew from air trip into what they are today and will hopefully grow throughout the years to come. Me and my friends have had lots of fun times together, and we have also had some not so fun times together where we needed each other to come alongside and help on each other. So I'd like to thank a couple people. I'd like to thank Jesse for being there for me right from day one and making me feel welcome. I'd like to thank Rudy Smythe for all the summers and all the nights we spent together. I'd like to thank Rudy Sarter for also coming alongside me when I needed him the most. I'd like to thank Sully. For those of you who don't know, me, Sully, and Rudy have known each other for decades now. And for those of you who don't know them, I'd also like to thank Miles and Connor as well. All of those friends have meant a lot to me throughout the years and have really enriched my years here at RLC. The school offered tons of outside opportunities and sports teams which made me want to come here. And through the years, I've had so much fun being on the soccer team, the snowboarding team, and the rugby team. Even though we didn't win, I learned to have fun anyway. I just wish COVID didn't get in the way of everything. I'd also like to say a huge thank you to my teachers for always supporting me and helping me when I needed them the most. I first came to the school for the sports, but I realized as I'm leaving, I stayed for the community. So I'd like to thank all of you as well.